Bonjour, salut! This lesson is part of a series of lessons about holidays, and in this lesson you will learn different types of holiday accommodation and how to express opinions about different types of accommodation. So, où restes-tu normalement en vacances? Where do you normally stay on holiday? Listen to and repeat the vocabulary. Make a list of vocabulary in French and English. So, I stay in, je reste dans un camping. Je reste dans un camping. Je reste dans un appartement. Je reste dans un appartement. Je reste dans un hôtel. Je reste dans un hôtel. Je reste dans un chalet. Je reste dans un chalet. Je reste dans une auberge de jeunesse. And une auberge de jeunesse is a youth hostel. Je reste dans une caravane. Je reste dans une caravane. Je reste chez ma tante, or any other member of the family or friends. Je reste chez mes amis. Je reste chez mes parents. Je reste chez mes grands-parents. Je reste dans une demi-pension. Je reste dans une demi-pension. Demi-pension, as you can see from the picture, is a guest house or bed and breakfast. So let's practice that. Watch carefully and say the French for the accommodation that you see. Je reste chez ma tante. Je reste dans un appartement. Je reste dans une auberge de jeunesse. Je reste dans une caravane. Je reste dans un hôtel. Je reste dans un chalet. Je reste dans une demi-pension. Je reste dans un camping. So, stop the video, rewind it if you need to, and practice the vocabulary till you can say it nicely and you know which each one means. Now we're going to move on to say where you prefer staying and why. So if you look at the slide, je préfère rester, I prefer staying, dans un hôtel, dans un appartement, dans un chalet, dans un camping, dans une caravane, dans une auberge de jeunesse, dans une demi-pension, chez ma tante, car, ou parce que, because, c'est confortable, because it's comfortable, c'est pas cher, it's not expensive, c'est amusant, it's fun, j'aime la nature, I like nature. J'aime faire de nouveaux amis. I like making new friends. J'aime être en plein air. I like being in the open air or the fresh air. J'aime avoir un vrai lit. I like having a real bed. C'est pratique, because it's practical. So what you need to do is make up sentences using a word or phrase from each of the four columns. For example, je préfère rester dans un camping car j'aime être en plein air. I prefer staying in a campsite because I like being in the fresh air. Je préfère rester dans une demi-pension car c'est pas cher. I prefer staying in a B&B because it's not expensive. So, pause the video and see how many sentences you can make up. obviously they should make sense. Now have a go at this one. So this is some writing for you. Write out these sentences in French and then in English. So just testing, can you remember the vocabulary? Each letter is the start of a different word. So the example there, JP, standing for je préfère. RD, rester dans. UC, un camping. P, parce que. JLN, j'aime la nature. I prefer staying in a campsite because I like nature. Just take some time, see if you can work the other ones out, but no cheating. There you go. If you're struggling, this might help. Okay, now let's check and correct your answers. So here we go. Je préfère rester dans une auberge de jeunesse car j'aime faire de nouveaux amis. I prefer staying in a youth hostel because I like making new friends. Je préfère rester chez ma tante parce que j'aime avoir un vrai lit. I prefer staying at my auntie's house because I like having a real bed. Je préfère rester dans un hôtel car c'est confortable. I prefer staying in a hotel because it's comfortable. Je préfère rester dans une demi-pension parce que c'est pas cher. I prefer staying in a B&B because it's not expensive. Je préfère rester dans un appartement car c'est pratique. I prefer staying in a flat or an apartment because it's practical. So, now a nice reading for you. There are 3 texts, and all you need to do is, first of all, try to read them out loud with good pronunciation. What I'll do is I'll read them for you if you like, and you can then follow along and copy. After that, you need to answer the questions. So look at the questions at the bottom. Are they true? Are they false? Or are the statements not mentioned? Pause the video, and then when you continue it, the answers will appear so you can check how you've done. Okay, so Audrey, d'habitude, je vais en vacances avec ma famille. Je vais en Espagne ou en Allemagne et je fais du camping. J'aime le camping parce que c'est amusant, mais je préfère aller à l'hôtel parce que c'est plus relaxant. Karim, d'habitude, je vais en vacances avec mon frère et ma mère et on va dans un gîte à la campagne. J'aime aller à la montagne en Italie ou en Allemagne et j'aime dormir dans une auberge de jeunesse. And Julie, moi, d'habitude, je vais en vacances sur la Côte d'Azur où il fait très chaud. Je pars avec ma tante et mes cousins, mais je préfère partir avec mes parents. On va dans une ville et c'est super. So look at the Karim text. It says on va dans un gîte à la campagne. You could say dans un chalet à la campagne. Un gîte and chalet are similar. It's basically a little cottage. And in the Julie text, it says je pars avec ma tante. I leave with my aunt. You could say je vais. And it also says je préfère partir avec mes parents. You could say je préfère aller avec mes parents. So pause the video now, have a go at the questions, restart the video and check how you've done. Excellent. Okay, and then to finish off, we just need to put this into practice. So the question, où vas-tu normalement en vacances, could be a GCSE exam speaking question. Where do you normally go on holiday? And when you answer that, you need to try and give as much detail as you can. So why don't you talk about where and answer the question with where you're going to go or where you normally go. Then say how you get there, who do you go with, where do you stay, and where do you like staying and why. And if you want to push yourselves, you can add extra details like where you don't like staying and why not. You could talk about what you do when you're there, and just add as much detail as you can. So as you can see on the screen, you've got some sentence starters for you. So je reste, je vais, nous allons, nous restons. I would probably start by saying normalement, je vais en France, en vacances, and then continue from there. If you look at the pictures, you've got some ideas of vocabulary and things you can talk about. So why don't you have a go, pause the video and maybe write a little script and then practice it. Okay, now that you've got your answer and you've prepared, try and record your answer to the question, giving as much information as possible, and try to do it without notes. Okay, you need to learn this stuff, so there's no point just reading it out. And the other problem with reading is sometimes you read and the pronunciation's not right. So it's really good to try and do this without. So I'm just giving you the question and the bullet points to remind you what to say. Go on, have a go at recording it, and why don't you email your work to your teacher? I'm sure they'll love to hear from you. Okay, merci, au revoir.